because Luther had written probably the most savage piece that anyone has written, including the Nazis, did not write anything nastier than what Luther wrote in 1543, the essay on the Jews and their lies, where he basically says you can go and burn their synagogues and even beyond that. So to deny that there is a Christian connection, I think the consensus among the people who are interested in this subject and studying it will quite humbly acknowledge that it would be hard to see how you could have done this apart from the long-standing Christian narrative with the Jews. But it isn't only that, of course. It's more complicated than that, and there are many other issues, but that's one of them.
Okay, and anybody here can go to the internet and read for himself or herself what Luther wrote, but I would suggest that you brace yourself, because the great Martin Luther, about which we hear so much that's nice, is a nasty and evil person in that essay. And that's putting it gently. Okay, Luke has received a question of a different nature that I'll ask him to respond to.
The question reads, as only a visitor to synagogue, I am impressed with the term Tikkun Olam. Would Luke please continue to speak of how I can help heal the world? There's a professor at Hebrew Union College, which is the Reform Judaism seminary, in the 1930s, who Tikkun Olam means to heal the world, social justice, who said there are two types of Reform Jews: those who believe that Judaism is social justice, and those who can read Hebrew. When people go out to heal the world, some of the time they make the world better, and an equal amount of the time they make it worse. Sorry to keep going back to Hitler, but he didn't get up in the morning and say, I want to do evil. He thought he was making a better world by ridding it of Jews. So the Jewish mission is to repair the world under the rule of God. So every world-transforming system has basically come from the Jews, whether it's Christianity, Islam, communism, socialism, the labor movement, feminism, the peace movement. These are all movements disproportionately dominated by Jews. Jews have an instinct to want to transform the world, just like most of the great classical musicians, composers are German. Different peoples have made different contributions to the world. Jews are obsessed with changing the world. I think the key safeguard is to do it under the rule of God, because if I just go out and try to heal the world, the odds are not so great that I'm going to actually heal the world, because I could just be indulging my own personal views. So people will heal the world if they follow the guidance of God, but that's not enough. We need community. I know that the greatest effect on the morality of my behavior is the type of people that I attach myself to. So when I isolate myself, which has been a lot of time in my life, I can go off in all sorts of directions. When I feel morally obligated to people that I'm close to who are good people, that tends to have a very significant effect on the ethical dimension of my behavior. And so I think more important than one's theology is the type of people that you surround yourself. You surround yourself with good people, you will do good.